Well, hey everybody, I'm John Ritlin. This is...
The Terminator!
You're right over there,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Why do you
All right.
ask?
I was wondering, because I thought maybe like you were channeling a smoker or something like that.
No.
Or the tether
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
us.
say, nothing to tether you down with, but...
There we go, alright. So, Raw Baltimore, Labor Day Special.
RAWlTimore!
That's what you're gonna call it?
Probably.
That's a good idea.
I'm surprised I haven't called that sooner.
I was gonna say, actually, but they've run in a lot of cities. By the way, a few things we want to get out of the way. One, so much black curtain. Good lord. This venue...
Stare into the abyss, and the abyss works in your production crew.
He does. It's black rain curtain. Let's not mention that. So, this venue, the capacity is like 14,000, I think, for like a football field.
Yeah, maybe had like 4,000 in there.
Yeah, it was like 11,000 for like
Baltimore.
a rich city, rich in WCW and wrestling history in general. Baltimore's run WWE.
Perhaps they were saving their money for another wrestling event happening.
It's AEW Full Gear.
Full Gear.
Why are you grunting?
Colonel, it's like I belong here. In the box.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't drop a
That was
salt.
an actual line in Metal Gear Solid 3.
That was?
Yes.
Wow. AEW's Full Gear is in the same venue. Now look, WWE's running too many shows as it is.
Yes.
We'll see what happens when AEW gets way into their, into their run, if they're still drawing some big crowds.
Okay.
But boy, that black curtain, that was scary.
Yeah.
And
Like, I'd forgive a size that big at an AEW show, for instance, because, let's face it,
or a Ring
it's
of
not
Honor,
WWE.
or a Ring of Honor show. I don't think Ring of Honor
That's
would
rich.
Yeah, I don't think a Ring of Honor. No, I mean the company.
That's
money.
adorable.
It is. In all seriousness, though.
Yeah.
I just can't get over so much black curtains. A hashtag we need to put up there.
But the show was much like my shirt in the sense that it ended in 4 minutes of heat.
It did. Now I will say this:
Also support your independency.
That's right. Support your local, your local indie wrestling. Rollins and Braun, Ron and Braun. I guess is how we're just going to go with it. Contract signing. Michael Cole doing the worst job moderating this thing. It just really, and commentary was unbearable for most of this night. You gotta.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Corey was. There are times, actually, I like what Corey says about Sasha. I like that kind of stuff. But there are a lot of times where they really need to make some adjustments. I'm not going to go off on a scathing rant like I had before because really, this ended positively.
Yeah, well, and we'll get into that.
We will. AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson, that's what they're called. They're not called that stupid name.
The Ach.
Yeah, that might as well be. It sounds like a, cat coughing up a hairball. He calls it Class of Champions. Boy,
Twice.
Styles. Yeah, twice. At least twice.
He corrected himself,
And then,
but he's a good old Georgia boy, and he had to make the same mistake twice.
I mean, he believes the earth is flat, and we know who he supports, so right there shows that he's uneducated. I mean, come on, Styles is a great wrestler, but I know accidents happen, but come on, man. Twice? In the same promo?
I can't wait for it to take place at the Silver Dome.
Oh, God. You'll be back here at the Silver Dome.
Maybe it'll be a feud that leads to Summerfest.
Jeremy Piven should have been, launched out of the arena for doing that. Styles, of course, keeps screwing up, and then we get them brawling, and then we come back and we have a random tag team match.
What?
Holler, holler?
Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah, you do there. I say holler like, the white guy that
Holler,
I am.
holler, holler.
I sound so white saying that. We are back for 5 minutes, and then we go to another break.
Yeah.
They cut during the brawl to go to break. 11 minutes in. 10, 11 minutes in.
Yeah, we get back to the tag match.
Then 5 minutes, and then another break.
Yeah.
And then the match was fine. We had Rollins and Braun with the miscommunication, but we had a roll-up by Rollins and then a beatdown.
Yep.
And then
Braun goes to charge around and hit everybody and accidentally tackles Seth.
And then he had to get his tank top to a hospital because it got ripped. A hashtag local medical facility. I got to channel the Vince line.
A hashtag local seamstress.
Creamstress. That's
anyway.
Moving on. So we get a beatdown, then Rude and Ziggler run in. What are you calling them, Chris?
Oh yeah, the Glorious Showstoppers, which is a great tag team name that they should use.
They should. I call them show off money because it's like beer money.
Yeah, but beer money ain't a thing in WWE.
It should be.
Because they don't get paid enough to be able to afford beer anymore.
I mean, did you see how much beer costs at these venues? Good grief. I mean, I don't drink, but whatever. So then we get, the match is fine. And what did you say about the five heels beating up the two baby faces?
Man, it's like Steph McMahon wrote this segment because all the heels are getting all the action and they ain't getting any comeuppance anytime soon. But you know what? In a way, though, it's kind of a good thing that the OC is being treated with some seriousness aside from their name.
The name, I can't take him seriously because of that name. I mean, they're three really good talents.
Like if they went with the OGOC, that might be slightly more bearable.
The OG spot.
Moving on. Or just stay with the club.
Right. So then we get Charlie interviewing Cedric.
Which will be great when Shayna Baszler debuts and she's got the spades.
And then we get the hearts.
Because the two are about useful as shovels.
I mean the shovels.
Then you got the hearts.
Yeah. We
and DDP returns to create.
Oh God! You just did it. That gimmick would suit everybody.
Except DDP's with
AEW.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, he's being
more abbreviations, please.
He is being treated better than he ever was in WWE. I mean, he was only the Undertaker's the wife's stalker.
Yeah.
That was good. By the way, Charlie interviewing Cedric, and we get a beatdown. Of course, 3 white men beating down a black man. God, in Baltimore, it's like things never changed.
It's like Vince is not aware of anything culturally sensitive.
I'm certainly culturally sensitive.
But anyway, I'm sure a lot of people didn't really mind this segment, except for the fact that why the fuck?
Are we getting Cedric versus Styles? Because Styles didn't know who he was going to face.
For the U.S. title?
Possibly.
I'd love that, except he'd get beaten up by Gallows and Anderson before the match begins, and then also attacked when he steps out.
This is true. But we then get Ryder and Hawkins versus Rude and Ziggler. For some reason, they didn't just stay out in the ring. I guess they made their entrance. And then, yeah, we had that. Yep. And they beat him, of course. You know, the Glorious D pins him.
Yep. Bobbert Roode and Dolph Ziggler take the win.
And of course, at one point, Corey says, "For the good of the unit," and I did not laugh at that line. I am mature.
You laughed at that dramatically.
It's funny. The word "unit" is funny. I am 38 years old and still laughing at this stuff.
No one could tell.
No one can tell if 38 years old or that I laugh at this stuff.
Yes.
Right. So, we get then Natty and Lacey. Yeah. # arm drag. I love Lacey. I do.
Well, she did have a bit of an arm drag moment, didn't she, at the very start of this? Natty comes running down with her music hitting, and Lacey is still looking at the ring, despite Natty's music playing.
Yeah.
Any reasonable person would turn around, but she didn't turn around to hit, so Natty had to wait for Lacey to turn around to get smacked down.
Are they giving Lacey bad directions or something?
Are they giving her, like, horse tranquilizer before every match?
Because she's actually pretty good in the ring, and she...
Once she gets going, but...
I'm sorry, do you want to rephrase that, Chris?
She's like a Sherman tank with a Ferrari engine.
In all seriousness, I love Lacey. I just don't understand these botches happen. They do, but this made her look stupid. Now, once the match got going, match was good. Lacey worked on the arm.
Yeah.
Beautiful moonsault. Charlotte, that's how you do a moonsault without snapping your legs. You don't miss like Lacey did, but that was a spot that was supposed to happen.
Well executed moonsault.
Yeah.
Even if the opponent wasn't there to receive it.
No, very good moonsault. I'm very impressed with that. We then get at one point where she gets the cloth out and she starts wiping herself and then throws the cloth at Lacey. At Natty. Lacey throws the cloth at herself. Oh, why the fuck did I do that? And then hits the woman's right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That was a good spot. I like that spot. I like that. I hope that they can rebuild Lacey. Maybe they put her on SmackDown and she gets a bit better of a push. We switch something up and maybe do something better with Lacey like we should have done.
Have her attend mandatory rehearsals so that she remembers when her spots are.
Have them stop.
Please.
Have them stop over rehearsing shit with people.
Some people need more rehearsal than others.
That's fair, but
like when someone's music hits, you should probably turn around.
Don't turn around.
Uh-oh.
In all seriousness, I don't want to make it sound like I'm dumping on Lacey because I see huge potential in her. I just want her to be used better. And I hope that she can be. Yep. She is good. Anyway, so we get Becky on Sasha, promo-wise, I mean. knocking her and knocking her, all this kind of stuff, just going against her. And then Sasha, her promo blew everyone away. And then she mentioned Nia Jax. I wish Nia Jax had broken my face so, people would love me. Hey, Sasha,
do you love me, Daddy?
So we get that. The promo battle was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
And then we get Cedric versus Corbin, King of the Ring quarterfinals. Look, the match was good. Well done. Cedric was selling the whole injury and stuff like that before, and even ended up throwing Corbin into the ring post a few times. Corbin just hurling himself stupidly at the ring post a few times. Some good near falls. Corbin did win, though. There was no doubt that was going to happen. So it sets up Cedric facing AJ Styles at Clash of Champions. Don't have Corbin win the King of the Ring tournament, because then you just completely destroyed the King of the Ring format, except they did that later. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. I didn't mind the match. I was hoping Corbin wouldn't win, but I knew Cedric wouldn't. We then get 24/7 facts. A fact, it's stupid. Stop featuring it. Stop. Please. Recaps of Brian and Roman. This gimmick, the storyline's terrible.
But one interesting detail that I did not notice last week was the fact that Daniel Bryan has a shirt that has a sloth with the Wolverine claws going, and that was hilarious.
Yes, that was actually pretty good. I did enjoy that. But the storyline's dumb.
And that was the only enjoyable thing we found about that.
The storyline's dumb. It was never interesting to begin with. It's gotten worse.
Yep.
Stop it.
After that, we got a segment from Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
Yeah, we get Austin or whatever, and they show a tweet, and it's talking about Rollins or whatever, so we get Austin, old man yells at Rollins is what I'm calling him. And I'm not talking about Bret Hart. Yep. So, we then get Bayley's promo, and Bayley
is talking about how Sasha is her best friend.
And how Charlie wants a hug from her.
Maybe wants a hug!
I mean, would Charlie want a hug from Bayley?
She's a hugger.
I would watch.
And so was Bayley.
Wait, Bayley would watch, or Bayley's a hugger?
Yes.
Right. War Raiders beat up two jobbers.
But the jobbers just got a promo in. And
it happened.
Yeah.
And then they got beat up. This is doing nothing for the War Raiders.
Nope.
Nothing. These guys were signed shortly after Wrestle Kingdom 12. Mm-hmm. That was last year. These guys deserve better than they've gotten.
Yeah.
Especially on the main roster. If you're not going to use these guys, fucking release them. Mm-hmm. Seriously. I mean, I'm not saying that these guys... I'm not saying they deserve to lose their jobs. No, not at all. But that's the problem. If Vince doesn't love tag team wrestling, why have tag team titles? Because I like the War Raiders, but these jobber matches are doing nothing for them. We then get Sasha yelling at Sarah Schreiber. You take that back. I like Sarah. I mean, to be fair, Sasha's a heel.
Yeah.
And maybe it was the red dress that got her upset. I don't know, because of the blue hair. Sasha's going to SmackDown. That's what's going to happen.
And everything was blue for her.
Wait, please get rid of the gunshot.
I think she's going to be, because we'll get into that.
We will. Get rid of the gunshot, Ricochet sounds, and Ricochet's entrance, please.
Yeah.
Please.
They're dumb.
They're very dumb. The creaking in Aleister Black's thing is at least not dumb. His entrance, I mean. I probably could have worded that a lot better. Mm-hmm. We then get Ricochet and Samoa Joe. Okay, so we get the match going, and then we get to a commercial where Ronda Rousey is going to be on Total Divas.
Wow. What irony.
Yeah, after knocking Total Divas or whatever. I mean, don't
deal with the Total Bellends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember, Chris, they shoot those episodes in advance. Of course, she's going to deny it's a shooting's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, right. And I mean, by the way, good job, Rhonda, figuring out the situation there.
You're a cut above.
I hope she actually is able to say that, because that looked pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try to cut off your hair and wash Sasha's feet with it.
Or try to operate a boat.
Is that what it was?
It was a boat door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So we get that.
During the first day of filming for a movie.
No, TV show.
Or TV show.
911. So we get back to the match. Good exchanges, everything. And then we get the dumbest double pin I have seen in a while.
I haven't seen one in a very long, I can't even remember.
It's just a stupid finish. A double finish like this is bad. Hey, you know what finish was bad? Remember when Nakamura and Styles hit each other in the balls and couldn't answer the 10 count for a last man standing match? Mm-hmm. Remember how dumb that was?
Yes.
This was worse. This was worse. You had the King of the Ring tournament going, despite the fact Corbin's still in it, but you had the King of the Ring tournament going pretty good. And then you do this, and the referee is like, "Oh, I'm on the headphones. I have the headphones here," and I sound so white and out of touch with technology by saying that, but oh wait, I'll take it under advisement. This kind of stuff, and he says to both, "We'll decide the result later." I guess replays and restarts don't happen anymore.
Maybe.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck? And then they just brawl and Ricochet gives them the recoil and whatever, and then they just go to break.
And then jacking shit happens for a while.
By the way, I want to say this. By the way, Casey Catanzaro, good for her. If she felt that she couldn't do it anymore, wanted to leave wrestling, that's fine.
Being able to leave under your own power is a hell of a thing to be able to do.
Same with Kylie Ray.
Yeah.
Whatever any issues she has to walk away from wrestling, I wish them both well. Mm-hmm. So we get Rollins and Braun with promos back and forth.
Talking about Braun's a little suspicious about how Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to be there
for the contract signing next week.
Braun's like, what? When have I ever betrayed anybody?
Would I lie? So yeah, we get that,
and then we get the second best segment of the night,
the Firefly Funhouse.
Yes.
We get Bray doing, what is it? Like, he gets some stuff where it's like
he's apologizing for the Fiend's behavior towards Finn Balor.
And then
the Vince McMahon puppet pops out and starts yelling, and before he could say, "You're fired," he goes...
But remember what he was yelling about? He was yelling about the leak that happened about the Fiend facing either Rollins or Braun at Hell in a Cell.
Oh,
Not that was Bray's fault, but that was the fault of the venue. Yeah. So he's yelling about that. How dare you say that you're going to challenge either Rollins or Braun for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell? And... make it like it's Bray's fault.
And then Bray pulls up a little out of cash and goes, hold on a moment. And like dollar signs appear over Vince's eyes. It was just the best. I love this segment.
This might have done it. Might have. This might have done it for me.
And Vince was laughing his ass off at all of this.
I'm still not going to say that the Firefly Funhouse concept isn't stupid. I will say that
it's a good kind of stupid.
This popped me. This popped me more than it should have.
And then after that segment was over, he had the rest. He's talking about how, Braun and Seth don't know about teamwork, and he's like, see, for me, I've learned about teamwork, and it's just him with all of his puppets, and Ramblin' Rabbit comes over with a sign that just says help, and Bray suddenly pushes him down.
It's like he pushes him down under his pants, though. That's what I saw. Am I the only one seeing dirty things here? Yeah, pretty much.
But anyway.
But
that was very amusing.
That was a lot funnier than I wanted to give it credit for.
Segments have gotten so much better.
Some of them.
They were entertaining to begin with. I love the subtleties to it, but now it's just... he's having so much fun with this, and you can tell.
And I will say this. You want to have him win the Universal title in Hell in a Cell? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Might as well capitalize.
Yeah.
We then get Corbin talking to referee John Cone and backstage, and Corbin's like, well, wait a second, nobody... Well, Corey Graves was back there interviewing, which meant he wasn't on commentary, but he was still on screen, so it was annoying, but... It's like, oh, what's the decision going to be? Corbin says, well, both those guys were eliminated. That's not how a double pin works, you idiot.
Yeah, also, you're not the general manager.
Anymore. Thank
or the
God.
Acting general manager.
Or acting.
Or thankfully, hopefully not King of the Ring. Because you, my friend, have a triple threat match.
This is dumb. This is unnecessary. I'm sorry. This is not how...
Who do you think's gonna eat the pin? Samosa Joseph or Ricochet?
It's gonna be Ricochet. Or it could be Joe. Yeah. They could have Ricochet win, which I'd be fine with. Mm-hmm. If they have Ricochet win... guaranteed Elias is going to the finals. And then guaranteed somebody is going to replace Elias. They're going to do it because you suggested that it might happen.
You just can't wait for them to say, have the announcer say, the King of the World!
And then
Shane
McMahon! And then Leonardo DiCaprio does his pose on the Titanic. So... This is stupid, though. This was dumb.
It'd be kind of hard. He'd inhale a lot of water.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's a good point. We then get Ray doing an interview. I'm not done. He is going to help Eddie's son Dominic. Wait, that's how that works, right? He's going to help Walter's son.
Yes. Zach Cooper?
Him too. Yeah, he's not done yet. He's going to help Dominic. Help him with promos, for the love of God.
Please.
Cesaro and The Miz. Miz wins. Good match. Cesaro had a really good match.
Have The Miz help him with promos.
That's a good idea. Miz wins though. Cesaro had a really good match at NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. I put reviews up of all those, by the way. We did a review of All Elite Wrestling's All Out, which was fun.
Yes.
Despite some bullshit, which I talked about in that. Anyway, Miz wins, and then we get the match of the night. It's the Champions Showcase. Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Becky,
there was
the Raw
a clash
Champion.
Between champions.
If
there was only an event for that.
If only.
Anyway.
13 days, by the way. From
but this was very handy.
Nikki and Alexa also were there.
Yes.
Women's Tag Team Champions.
Correct. Midway into the match, Sasha Banks comes out and she's up on the ramp. Just watching the show. Measuring up Becky and figuring out, it's like, how do I beat her? And
measuring up Becky, you say?
Yes.
Thought that was mean. So, anyway. Nikki had some good moves. Alexa was also there.
Yeah. And then at the very end of the match, Sasha runs in, literally does the backstabber on Becky.
Tries with the bank statement.
Yeah.
Gets a chair.
Yep.
And
starts smacking her down. Thankfully, Becky crawled right into the correct position to get hit in the back.
Not in the head, right? That's a good point.
And then on the third swing, Bayley runs in, grabs the chair from her, and it's like it's one of those like stopping her. And then as she was looking at Sasha, she gets this smirk, and we're like, oh!
And boom, just starts laying into Becky.
Heel Bayley!
Ooh, thanks to the fucking Lord. I will say this. This is what you needed to do with Bayley a while ago. This is the Bayley we needed a year ago.
Yeah.
Feuding with Sasha. Remember that? The whole you ain't shit thing?
But let's admit, this was great.
Oh no, this was great. I'm just saying this is what they should have done a year ago.
Bayley's been needing a character shift.
Oh god.
A paradigm shift, if you would.
And she has Mercer in her elbow. Oh. What, too soon?
Kinda.
Moxley's fine. Yes. Okay, the show was not all that good. It was messy.
Yeah, no, it was...
There was some good stuff. There was some good stuff.
You got the Firefly Funhouse. You had, up until the end of it, Ricochet versus Samosa Joseph was pretty good.
Corbin versus Cedric is fine. Lacey versus Natty was fine.
Yeah. The matches were fine. There were great moments in this.
Yeah.
There were good matches in this. But the story itself was...
I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to be a little more positive than you might think. Despite the Ricochet, Joe, Corbin stuff, and the Braun Rollins stuff.
Okay.
B-. I'm going to say B-. Because they flipped the switch on Bayley, and they did some other stuff.
All right.
B-. I mean, that's the best I can do. I was going to go... No, I was going to go C- before they started doing something.
Pawn Stars. Best I can do is B-.
but I was ready to give it a C- until... I thought more about some of the matches.
Yeah, it was at the brink of him being incredibly average before that heel turn in the Firefly Funhouse. B- is where I'm sitting as well. There is a poll up here in which you can grade along with us.
And you can leave some comments. You can like, dislike, you can subscribe.
Is it B for Baltimore or C for
cops? What, too soon?
Like or dislike the video, hit subscribe, maybe hit the bell while you're at it, maybe leave a comment.
I've disappointed him again.
Only every night, man. It's fine. For the reviews.
Bye!